Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. We have the President of the Republic receives the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sudan. The continuation of the National Day celebration in the regions and embassies of Djibouti. For the international scene, Sweden and Finland has agreed to enter to NATO. The Emir of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jabir Al Sabah, in the current context of the celebration of the national independence of the Republic of Djibouti, wished health and happiness to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, and as well as more welfare, progress, and development to the Djiboutian people. These wishes of the Emir of Kuwait to the Djiboutian nation came in a congratulatory telegram that he also took the opportunity to reiterate the determination of his country to always work to strengthen the already excellent ties of brotherhood, solidarity, and mutual aid between the two countries and peoples. The privileged nature of the relations between the Republic of Djibouti and the State of Kuwait is in the image of the fruitful cooperation and the strategic partnership that the two nations maintain in almost all areas of the development, and this since the accession of our country to the national independence. Not a similar message is also from the Crown Prince of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Michel Al Ahmed Al Jabir Al Sabah. It should be noted that the congratulatory telegram from the Emir and the Crown Prince of Kuwait are the latest in a series of similar letters from the head of state and government of the brotherly and friendly countries who, on the occasions of the commemoration of the 45th national anniversary, expressed their friendship and sympathy to the Djiboutian nation. The head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, has received this morning at the Palace of the Republic the late Wednesday morning at the Palace of the Republic, a high-level Sudanese delegation led by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and of these brotherly countries, His Excellency Ali Sadiq Ali. The audience served, first of all, as a framework for Ali Sadiq Ali to give the Djiboutian president a right message from his Sudanese counterpart, Abdel Fattah al Burhan. The general content of this message is revealed to the media relates to the will of the Sudanese president who forms the wishes of new dynamics in the relations of exchanges and cooperation between the two sister nations and with the privileged bonds woven by the thread of the history, a community of cultures and values, as well as the membership of the same regions, Djibouti and Sudan, have all the more vocations today to endorse together a strategic round of partnership on issues related to IGAD as they respectively hold the permanent seat and rotating chairmanship of the regional body. For his part, the Sudanese Minister of Foreign Affairs Ali Sadiq Ali said Djibouti that this letter concern the relations between the relations and cooperation between the two brotherly countries and the situations of the countries of the Horn of Africa. We have also agreed with the Minister of Foreign Affairs Mahmoud Ali Yusuf to create a joint commission between the two countries to consolidate the relations between Djibouti and Sudan. For his part, the head of the Djibouti's diplomacy, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, said that the Sudanese minister is the bearer of the president's messages addressed to the president of the republic. It is also a way to revive the relationship between the two countries. Sudan is currently chairing the IGAD and regional issues were discussed. I think it is important to emphasize that the importance of stability in this country. Sudan is a pivotal country, it's a large country that has borders with almost 9 countries, and so the internal situation is influences some of the neighboring countries. Prime Minister Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed has this morning decorated the Director General of DMP PDSA, Jama Ibrahim Darar, with the rank of Knight in the National Order of June 27. This decoration of the General Manager of the Multipurpose Port of Durale reflects the noble services rendered to the nations. The Prime Minister Abdulqadir Kamil Mohammed has, in the stride, congratulated the Director General of the DMP for loyal services to the nations. The recipient, in this case Mr. Jama Ibrahim Darar, has for his part for him thanked the Prime Minister for these significant distinctions and promised that he will continue its effort for the smooth running of port activity. A big party to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the our country's independence took place in Dakhil, a city of unity, on the Independence Square. The 45th anniversary festivity took place under the leadership of the prefect of Dakhil, Aden Darar, and the government was represented by the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Robli Abdillah. The administrative authorities and parliamentarians all participated fervently in the evening in the presence of the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Mahad Hussein. The population of the Unity region came to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the independence. The evening was animated by a number of artists and musicians. The evening was animated by a musical group who performed patriotic songs to mark the event. Several officials, including the mayor, intervened to request the greatness of the event of the 45th anniversary of our accession to the national sovereignty.
calankeenno caamahaanba reer Jabuuti ciid bay u tahay calankeenno wacanee caynbacayinkan han calaameeya caynadaa tahay cirkoo hooroo dhukoo cagaaroo runtoo caadna saarnayniyo xidigtaa casi ciyaar kuma dhignee calaamad waxay u tahay geesiyadii la cadaabee cadkooga la jarjaree gumaystuhu cadaalshay cagta hoostiisa geliyey ogow ummadaan calan lahayn caamahaanba dunida cidi kama cisayso cibaaro waxa kuugu filan walaalaha ciilanee ciirsi waayee cishadii kastaba yuhuuddu ku carbaadhinayso ogow reer Jabuuti caynaasha aabaheen baa inoo cadeeyo caddaanku ma naxo calankiinna ilaaliya cidhifyada ka joogsada cimrigii ha jira ee ducada aamiintaha
The prefect of the Dakhil region, Adan Darar Musa, said in his speech that the 27th of June became the national holiday 45 years ago. This date is the symbol of the birth of our independence, to which we are very attached. We are celebrating here together in Dakhil with the Minister of Health, who is beside us and who honors us with his presence by representing the government in Dakhil. I would also like to point it out that many national investment projects are underway in our regions in order to meet the energy independence. The Minister of Health, Ahmed Robli Abdillah, has indicated that on this beautiful and memorable evening full of missions for our people, I am particularly happy to be among you here at the Esplanade of the Prefecture of Dakhil to celebrate together with joy and cheerfulness, with ardor and enthusiasm, the 45th anniversary of our country's accession to independence and national sovereignty. Allow me at the outset to convey to you the warm and fraternal greetings of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, as well as those of the First Lady and President of UNFD, Khadra Mahmoud Haid, on the occasions of the commemoration of this 45th anniversary of national independence. The celebration of the 27th of June every year gives us the opportunity for all of us to remember the historical fact that remains engraved in our collective memory, and especially not to lose sight of the so difficult conditions in which we acquired our independence. Indeed, it is now 45 years, day for day, that separates us from this memorable June 27, 1977, date on which the long and difficult march toward the national independence of our people finally marked its last step. After the evening celebration on the Independence Square, a big parade gathering all the defense and security forces of the Dakhil region took place on the airfield in the presence of the authorities of Dakhil region and the government representative, Dr. Ahmed Roble, the Minister of Health. The population of Obok celebrated the 45th anniversary of the national independence in an atmosphere of popular euphoria. The ceremony took place as usual at the place of the national independence at the city of Obok in front of the residence. The ceremony took place under the auspices of the prefect of Obok region, Abdul Malik Muhammad Benoita, and saw the participation of many personalities, including the Secretary of State in charge of sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, Vice President of the Regional Council, Ahmed Ali Sheikh, the parliamentarian of the Obok region, the Chief of Riao Army, Colonel Ilyas Omar Yusuf, the Lieutenant Colonel of the National Police Forces, Kamil Ali, traditional chief, ulema, many active women of the civil society. The atmosphere and enthusiasm generated by the patriotic song provided by great singer of the Republic of Djibouti Amanda and Fatuma Harun. At midnight, the population of Obok and authorities solemnly saluted the flag synonymous with the freedom on the evening of June 27, 1977. The prefect of Obok region, Abdulmalik Muhammad Benoita, said in his speech that this Independence Day is indeed the day of freedom and national sovereignty, and my tribute once again to these founding fathers of the nation is to its valiant fighters who fell under the ballot of colonialism. On this occasion, I express my deep gratitude to its men and women who fell on the file of honor. I salute with respect our defense and security forces who are today on all the fronts here and elsewhere in the services of peace. This evening is a moment of commemoration. I also think and have reason to rejoice at the enormous political, economic, social progress achieved during all these years. Also salute more particularly the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh. For his part, the Secretary of State for Sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, said in his speech that the national holiday of June 27 is always a strong moment of gathering of the Djiboutian nations around its values of solidarity, human brotherhood, peace, and social cohesion. The national holiday is also the memory of sacrifices of our valiant elders who have made many efforts and sacrifices of freedom and dignity without any doubt. During the interventions, I feel a lot to pay tribute to our martyrs and elders, the most famous as the less known, who carried the ideals of freedom and who sacrificed themselves for the accomplishment of the right of our people to dispose of ourselves and to have the right to choose himself with his own voice in the name of the nation. I greet them with respect and dedicate them our infinite gratitude. I solicit at the same time stay very high on so that he grant them his generous mercy. The morning of Monday, 27th, was marked by the taking up of arms and review of the troops by the chief of the RIAO, then the Secretary of State for Sports, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, accompanied by the prefect of the region, Abdulmalik Muhammad Benoita, were welcomed by the chief of the RIAO, Lieutenant Colonel Ilyas Omar Yusuf, to participate in the ceremony. This was followed by the usual parade of troops on foot led by Captain Noor Sharmake, followed by the motorized troops with the command vehicles, tactical vehicles, fire support vehicles, logistical vehicle, and finally support vehicles on the square of the prefecture under the booing of the Obok people. In Obok city, the celebrations of the 45th anniversary ended with the laying of the wreath at the foot of the monument erected in honor of the martyrs of Riao Barracks and the two martyrs of the nation. As part of the festivity in honor of the commemorations of the 45th anniversary of independence, a musical evening took place at the CDC of Ali Sabih. Present were the regional deputy director of the Minister of Youth and Culture in Ali Sabih, Ms. Aisha Nuhu, and the director of CDC, members of the regional council, and several dozens young people. The reading of the Holy Quran and the play of the national anthem opened the session. This was followed by patriotic musical songs, cultural and modern dances, sketches, plays, tales, and poetic stories about the history in the period of the struggle for independence. The celebration of the 45th anniversary of our country's independence took place in the commune of Balbala. The 45th anniversary festivity took place under the leadership of the president of commune of Balbala, Mohammed Hassan. The administrative authority, parliamentarian, all participate fervently in this evening. A lot of people came to celebrate the 45th anniversary of the national independence. The evening was animated by a number of artists and musicians. The evening was animated by musical group who performed the patriotic song. For his part, the president of Balbala Commune, Mr. Mohammed Hassan, said in his speech that the national holiday of June 27 is always a strong moment of gathering of the Djiboutian nation around its values of solidarity, human brotherhood, peace, and social cohesion. The national holiday is also the memory of sacrifices of our valiant elders who have made many efforts and sacrifices of freedom and dignity. In the presence of His Royal Highness Prince Sultan bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, Special Advisor to the Custodian of the Two Holy Mosques, King Salman, under the patronage of the Guests of Honor, His Highness Prince Faisal bin Abdulaziz bin Ayaf, Mayor of the Riyadh region, as well as His Excellency, the Under Secretary of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Khalid Al-Sahli, who represent the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Embassy of the Republic of Djibouti to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, celebrate the 45th commemoration of the National Independence Day in the presence of a large crowd of ambassadors, diplomats, head of diplomatic missions accredited to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, as well as many officials of the Saudi state, businessmen, and Djiboutian community in Riyadh. During his speech, the Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Djibouti to Saudi Arabia, Diaydin Said Bamakrama, presented the achievement of Djibouti since the national independence, the great development and progress that the country has experienced during the last 45 years, security, safety, and peace, especially during the era of His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of the Republic, who had a great development in several economic, scientific, and educational files, including the constructions of the embassy and residence of the Ambassador of Djibouti in Riyadh. The ambassador mentioned the great development of bilateral relations between the two countries, Djibouti and Saudi Arabia, under the guidance of the two leaders, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of the Republic, and King Salman, custodian of the two holy mosques, as well as the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. A reception to commemorate the 45th anniversary of our independence was held yesterday in June 27, 2022 at the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel in New Delhi, India. At the end of this official ceremony, distinguished guests honored by the India with the Minister of State of India evening of commemoration of the accession to independence of our country in Dire Dawa, a memorable evening of celebration of the anniversary of the accession to independence of our country was organized last night in the precinct of the consulate of Dire Dawa. Indeed, the preparations for the organizations of this evening began very early, a week earlier. Through the previous week, the consuls and all his staff were busy making teas in the celebration.
إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك. وفرحتي جيبوتي ومالنتي حرودي سيدا درتين waxaan salaamayaa dowladdii Djibouti oo ugu horeeya madaxweyne Ismaaciil Cumar Geelle oo ku xiga shacabkii reer Djibouti oo caawaya kula wada ciidaya waxaan ku xijisiinayaa oo salaamaya dadweynaha reer Djibouti caawa wada ciidaya meeshay doonaan baa joogaan muuse xaaji sida uu wax u soo agaagsan inta uu masaafiriyaha raadku ku laayay xuduudaha inta meelay martayba la waayey meela ku dambaysaba la waayey wax la soo koobayo maaha subxaana wa tacaala ilaahay ummaddaa ha u naxariisto u soo dhimatay calanka ilaahay ha u abaalgudo ha jannaysiiyo rabbi wax kale oo loogu abaalgudi karayaa ma jiro xusuus baan inagu ugu abaalgudaynaa iyo duco aayaha ay nooga tageen ayaan ugu abaalgudaynaa ku xasuusanaynaa waxaan ahay dadkii xabiska dheer soo galay ee dadkaa ka mid ahaa xabadaha ka sii nool baan ka mid ah markaan anigu calan loo dalbaadegaya arkana waan munaaqoodaa waayo waxaan xasuustaa wixii loo soo maray sidii loogu soo dhintay ayaan xasuustaa.
In this speech, the consul first greeted and thanked all the people who came to attend this ceremony. He also wished a happy birthday to the President of the Republic, Ismail Omar Guelleh, to the First Lady Khadra Mahmoud Haid, to the member of the government, and to all Djiboutians. In the continuations of his speech, he stressed that the event that we commemorate was acquired at the price of sacrifices and a long struggle for the freedom of our homeland. He also highlighted the multiple secular links, human, economic, and cultural between the city of Dire Dawa and our capital. He added finally that these deep and held links between the two agglomerations were the illustrations of the fraternal relations between the Republic of Djibouti and the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Since the beginning of the year, the Djibouti Road Agency has begun the implementation of the annual maintenance programs of urban road and interior regions. These vast rehabilitation programs provide for the maintenance of the main road used by the public transport. The president of the commune of Bulaus, the deputy president of the commune of Bulaus, and the sub-prefecture of the second district, and the local elected officials of the city were present at this date. Several priority sections have already been repaired, such as the place Pika 12, the road leading to the University of Balbala, the road leading to the Kempeski, the intersections of Engela and the intersection FMP Engela. Other renovations work is currently underway in Humbly Square. During the next 6 months, repairs are planned for Venice Road and several other roads that are most used by road users. It is with great sorrow and deep sadness that we learn the death of the late Mohammed Ahmed Hersi, the father of our colleague at Radio Television Djibouti, Sahardid Mohammed Ahmed Hersi, head of the center and assistant to the director of productions. Yesterday afternoon, born in 1949, the deceased Mohammed Ahmed Hersi leaves behind him a widow and 10 children, 8 boys and 2 girls, and 2 great-grandchildren. He shared his knowledge in basic education as well as in educational and literacy programs. Upon hearing this sad news, the director and all the staff of Radio Television Djibouti expressed their solidarity and support to their colleagues and sent their deepest condolences to the family of the deceased. We pray to God, the Most High, the Merciful, to grant him forgiveness and to welcome him in his eternal paradise. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. For the international scene, Sweden and Finland are allowed to join NATO after Turkey's agreement. U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday congratulated Turkey, Sweden, and Finland after the 3 countries initiated a memorandum that paves the way for the 2 Nordic countries to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. Early on Tuesday, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, Finnish President Sauli Niinistö, and the Swedish Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson met to discuss the 2 Nordic countries' bid to join the Atlantic Alliance and Ankara's concern about it. The meeting was followed by the signing of a memorandum between the 3 nations, which addresses each nation's concern about joining the Atlantic Alliance. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg also expressed satisfaction with the signing of the trilateral memorandum between Turkey, Finland, and Sweden, adding that the leaders of the Atlantic Alliance countries will make a decision on Wednesday to invite Sweden and Finland to join NATO. Sweden and Finland officially applied to join NATO last month, a decision prompted by Russia's war in Ukraine. However, Turkey, a long-time member of the Atlantic Alliance, has objected to the applications, accusing the countries of tolerating or even supporting terrorist groups. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.